For more, let's bring in Congressman John Garamendi of California. Congressman, good to have you with us tonight. Your thoughts on the way your thoughts on the way the president handled this afternoon. We're in the 11th hour. We're going into the final weekend before the Republicans are going to force this shutdown. I want your reaction tonight.
Well, I think the president's right on. He couldn't be more correct about what is going on here. Look, Ed, 11 months ago, there was an election all across this nation. And the issues are precisely the ones that the Republicans are pushing forward today. They're pushing forward the question of repealing the Affordable Health Care Act. No, the American people said clearly, no, we're not going to repeal it. We want it. We reelected the President of the United States who ran on that issue. We turned away the fellow that ran to repeal it. His name was Romney. And similarly across this nation, if it had not been for the gerrymandering by Republican governors, we would have a Democratic House. In fact, more people voted for Democrats for Congress than they did for Republicans. It was the only gerrymandering. Let's be very, very clear about this. And Ed, please, the next time you go off on this, make sure you talk about the Republicans in Congress, not the Congress. The Democrats in Congress stand firmly on funding this government.
Oh, I totally agree, Congressman. Look, this is a Republican obstruction. The American people know this. They have gone rogue on the American people. It's as if elections don't matter when they get in their caucus. They're only there to obstruct. And their number one reason is that they want to see this president fail on all levels. And I find it very ironic that as we have the hourglass turn headed to a government shutdown, lo and behold, we have Barack Obama not invading Iran. He's actually talking to him on the telephone, and I'm sure the conservatives hate that too. President Obama said today that if the tables were turned, and I want your reaction to this, if the tables were turned, if there was a Republican if in the White House, things would be different. Here it is.
Imagine if you had a Republican president and a Democratic speaker, and the Democratic speaker said, well, we're not going to pass the debt ceiling unless we raise corporate taxes by 40%, or unless we pass background checks on guns, or whatever other list of agenda items Democrats were interested in. Does anybody actually think that we would be hearing from Republicans that that was acceptable behavior? That's not how our constitutional system is designed. We are not going to do it.
Congressman Garamendi, your reaction to that?
Well, the president's right once again. If the tables were turned, it'd be exactly the opposite way. No, this is all about the Tea Party agenda, and frankly, it's a very small group within the Republican caucus that is driving this particular train off the cliff by maybe 40 to 60 of them, and those are the Tea Party Republicans. Boehner cannot gain control of his caucus, and it is running out of control and about to run America over the cliff.
Well, I wonder, does John Boehner have any spine at all? This is the House Speaker. His office released a statement today. He hasn't come out in front of the cameras. He's probably having a couple of cool ones right now. He says the House will take action that reflects the fundamental fact that Americans don't want a government shutdown and that they don't want the train wreck that is Obamacare. Grandstanding from the president, who refuses to even be a part of the process, won't bring Congress any closer to a resolution. The Tea Party must have written that statement for him, Congressman.
Well, no doubt about it. That's been the statement of the Tea Party this afternoon. For a whole hour, Michelle Bachmann and the Tea Party crew took to the floor of the House and went on with the very same message. And frankly, I took the floor thereafter and said, wait a minute, just exactly what are you repealing? Are you repealing all of those drug benefits that the seniors had? Are you repealing the $1 billion in rebates that people have? Are you repealing the fact that children are able to get insurance now up to the age of 26 and pre-existing conditions don't exist anymore? Is that what you're repealing? Apparently, that's what they want to do. They just don't understand that they lost the election. And we need to move on. We need to build the jobs. We need to get this economy going, transportation, infrastructure. But right now, all of this foolishness... You're not going to do it with this crowd. No, not with this crowd, but they're hurting the economy right now, Ed. You shut the government down, it's going to hurt the economy. People are going to lose their jobs.
Question. Congressman John Garamendi of California, great to have you with us tonight. I appreciate your time. Now let's bring in Kelly O'Donnell, Capitol Hill correspondent.